hours.
Why does it do that? Why does it put it to PM? And I didn't press go live. That was my mistake.
Oh no!
No.
You didn't push go live even.
I didn't even.
Oh
Hang on.
no!
I'm pretty sure I did, but it like ended the live stream for some reason. Did it? Because it says it's got 18 minutes of streaming. And why does it say? I don't want to set a stream for 12 hours from now. I want to set a stream for either right now or in a few days. That's one of the two things that can happen.
Right now!
Right now! G'day, collaborators, and welcome to the stream that was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. But didn't. Because
practice run.
it's just a meme at this point about how unstructured and disorganized my live streams are.
I thought you were gonna say my life is.
Well, it's a reflection of that.
I was super worried for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn.
Right. Okay. So I have been doing something for 20 minutes, and as you can see, I went in this live stream entirely. I did all of this, which is the scene build and the camera motions, and pretty much everything. Now this would take someone else like a couple months of work, but me, it was in the past 20 minutes that you didn't see because it was off camera.
How dare you?
But anyway, just for the people that are joining us here, since the last stream, I've changed the camera motions a bit, and I made Barry blink, and that's pretty much it. I've done in 20 minutes, so there you go. Right now, I'm gonna make Barry do a thing. But yeah. And I've also got Cadet stream on the bottom left here. And as you can see, she's doing something adorably amazing. And it is just perfection. It's so good. Ah. Anyway. Okay.
She said I've never seen a man approaching me. She said I've never seen approaching me. She said I've never seen a man who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company?
So I definitely want her to walk behind Vinyl here. I'm gonna lower this tail a bit so you can actually see her, and it also displays a lot more discomfort. So put it about here. I might have to change the camera angle later.
True.
Yes. So I'm gonna do that thing that most animators, like professional animators, would have to do, and that is to, and what everyone should be doing, is to map the standard motion with a T-posing model, and then build the rest of everything else from it. So that is a thing that should be learnt, and it's good. The only problem is if I do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna undo the rig, detach rig. Okay, save. I'm gonna right click, reattach to model. I'm gonna select everything but her root transform here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna default. Right. Cool. So I'm gonna make her slide around, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting first pass. Okay, so there's only one thing that you have to keep in mind when it comes to pre-mapping the motions, is that you have to make sure that she's not moving too fast and that she's got a reasonable thingy. Don't you just love it when you've got reasonable thingies?
Said I've never seen a man.
Sure.
Sure.
You brought some friends. What do you mean you brought friends?
Yeah. What's your problem? Hello, Bruce, Blue Shift, and their friends.
Oh, okay.
Blue Shift and the Shifties.
No.
The Blueies, the Shifties, the Blue Shifts.
I do know them. It's been a while since we've been able to talk, though. Which makes me sad.
Hmm. So we got Barry's motion coming in just behind Vinyl. And of course, I'm currently having Vinyl as a static object right now. But that's obviously going to be temporary, so.
Are you sure?
Actually,
Are you sure that that's obvious?
Said I've never seen a mare who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company?
It's only 4 now.
Probably the most soothing song that you can listen to. So I kind of want her to move just around behind Vinyl here. I'm also thinking I might have, like, I don't know, Barry like climb up onto Vinyl.
Mort says hi, but his keyboard just broke.
There's a lot of keyboard breaking memes going on. Quillo's start stream, but his stream broke.
That one was true, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very true. Okay, so there's a couple of people in my stream. This guy named Sev says hi. So, hi Sev.
Oh, wow.
And
Who's that?
I know, like, who is that guy?
Who knows?
Who knows? Some random blue pony with toothpaste mane.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not very nice. I designed it myself.
I had to draw it from his description.
Did his description include toothpaste mane?
Oh no, Blue, is he literally having a problem? Like, is it literally not working?
Oh man, he doesn't have sound. He doesn't have a keyboard. Jeez. Okay.
Might as well not be online right now. Just go to bed.
Pretty much.
You know?
Mm.
Yeah, he's trying to restart and hasn't come back yet. Ouch. He's like, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna leave.
I got 2 Russians in my stream. Well, I'm not sure if they're Russians. Two people with Cyrillic alphabets in their names. Crazy Green Blog says, "Are you too lazy to animate the pony's legs and how it moves?" And that answer is STFU. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So right
it's
now,
almost like I'm not done yet.
it's almost like I'm not done yet. So yeah, this current
Not good but funny. Ouch.
And then Crazy Green just sent the Lenny face, so obviously.
Not good, but funny. That's a very British thing to say.
That's very blue for you.
Ooh.
There's a word for that.
Is it British?
No, laughing at someone else's pity or. You said. Hey.
Yeah, that's just British.
Schadenfreude. There you go. That's what you were going for, yeah.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Oh, really?
Schaden.
I didn't know how to spell it.
Freud.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Schadenfreude.
I just thought I'd make a joke. Is it British? That's the word you're looking for. Mort! Hey! Hopefully things are better now. Sorry to hear they were going bad. Oh, what did Celestia's hair look like when it was in a ponytail?
And then you get that lot of little things back up.
I want to, let's see. I want to do that one, but I don't know if it would look odd with Luna just nomming on some cheese with her hair flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it'd be too weird.
Keyboard just took a dump, is what he said.
Oh, we heard. Blue was having too much fun.
But yes, hello Dark Shields 769 and two names. I know that one of them is Brain. I can't remember what that one is, but the last one is Bear. So, and then there's Ilya. There we go. I remember that one. Ilya. That's my attempt to read Cyrillic. It's nice. Oh, she looks so cute.
So far, so good.
So yeah, Co Jones finally says, "Oh hi."
No, that's not. Hey, okay.
What?
It's not how you say it, but that's fine.
I said, "Oh hi."
No, not that. What his name is?
Co Jones.
Mm-mm.
Cojones.
Mm.
Oh. Now I understand. That's a funny name.
God, I was just like, oh my goodness. Oh.
That's funny.
I like how you're just piecing it together in the middle of the goddamn stream. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh yeah, I like Co Jones. Like there's Jones and then there's Co Jones.
Oh no.
Mm.
There we go. Little Sally Billy. She look cute. She ready for the beach. Fun in the sun.
And I'm gonna make Berry just like real like sort of like get real close with vinyl there.
Said I've never seen a mare who looks so all alone and could you use a little company? And if you pay the right price, your evening will be nice where you can go and send me on my way.
She's just like in engaging merge. Okay, so that's the basic motion for how I want Berry to move in this scene. And now I'm just going to do the basic counter motion to final here to see what I'm going to have her do. So vinyl originally.
She said, I've never seen a mare.
It's gonna move this way and then sort of move, turn just to where.
Said, never seen
There
a
he
mare.
is.
Could you give a little company? And if you pay the right price,
And then it's just gonna move away.
and it'll be nice for you can go and you can go and send me on my way.
And then
Poor Blue.
I said you're sexy young thing, why do you do this to yourself? You look at me and this is what you said. Oh, there ain't no
What?
So I just thought that's a silly drawing idea thing.
Yeah?
Just imagine like where Twy. I imagine it's more like a situation where I imagine little Twy passes Shiny the kite. She's like, "Oh god, be right back," and then Shiny accidentally lets go of the kite and it starts blowing away, and he's like, "Oh crap!"
Oh no. I see.
I just imagine his face of just like as he's just turned back and the kite's flying away, and he's like, "Ah." Like, imagine that being like a comic though.
I'm just
Comes back and he's like,
imagining that-
"Where's the kite?" And he's like,
I'm imagining that scenario as well. Like, I'm seeing that the kite has the handle things on it, and Twilight gives Shining the handles, and you can see that like the handles are on the very far left of the frame, and Shining's facing towards. And then Shining looks behind him and sees Cadence, and then he turns around and waves, and then he goes back, and his hands are in the same position, but the kite handles have gone. Just building into that. Yeah. He's like, shocketh.
and he's like, "Oh crap!" And then Twy comes back and she's like, "You had one job." I don't know. The whole situation just popped in my head out of nowhere. I'm like,
I thought it was funny. Blue Shift has invaded my stream too.
Of course.
Hello, Blue Shift. All right, I feel like my internet is now reasonably stable enough to not have to worry about. Oops. Why is there two borders? Why is there two borders? I didn't do that. Silly. Yes. All right. There we are. I can put that thing back. Nice. Hello, Blue Shift. Welcome to my stream. How's it going? There we go. Cool.
All right. Let's see.
Add more sneaky cuts. Replace with black. There we are.
Walking down the street, went out the corner of my eye, I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, I've never seen a mare who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company? And if you pay the right price, your evening will be nice where you can go and
She's just
on
creeping.
my way.
Okay, so I need to make Barry's motions a little bit more punchy, a little bit more.
Never seen a mare who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company?
Blue Shift is everywhere.
Yes.
Never seen a mare who looks so all alone, and
Where's your brother?
Any drawing suggestions?
I was gonna say, where's your brother Redshift? He at the corner of the universe.
No, that's me.
Oh, you're right.
That's me.
Yeah. I realized why I copied and pasted this.
All right. iPad is dead.
No.
Beat him in a duel. No, it's me. Because I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Red. I'm red and also female.
Yeah. You changed the F into an R.
I did to hide my identity. Thanks,
Yes.
Quill Boy.
Yes. Now I've ratted you
Now
out.
my identity is blown. Okay, be right back.
Okay.
They can't hear me on the stream, but you guys can.
Okie dokie.
Secret, secret. Got a secret.
Thinking of another red person, but he's Texan. Who knows what his deal is? Did you come in from Arizona with a big iron on your hip? Is that
Will Boy!
Is that the reference you were looking for?
How dare you!
Blue shift. Why, you little Lamau. Oh. Blue shift said, "Sir, that was a fantastic reference, and I applaud you." I appreciate the applause. Blue shift is the Arizona Ranger confirmed.
What are you guys doing to my stream? Hey, Doggo, come here. Come back. Doggo!
So the
Oi!
camera, of course, needs to sort of move. Because the other thing as well is that I can't have many other ponies in the way. So, I have decided that I'm gonna have like I was originally gonna do this in like a one take type thing. That was
Oh yeah, your other stream can hear me.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh heck. I was like Skana. Wait,
I forgot.
I forgot too.
Nani?
Nanny.
I just have one more sketch in me, I think.
Yeah, one more
Who
sketch.
should it be of? Yeah.
Oh, you were talking
Jack
about
Boy.
Blue. I think
Yes?
trying to reference Johnny Guitar, maybe. But Jack Boy.
Yes. What about me?
Pick somebody.
Heck.
I don't think that's a character, Jack.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe the disgruntled shiny. Just his face.
Disgruntled or
The face that he makes as let's go the kite. That was kind of like the idea. I went over the top with it and ended up saying like a whole thing, but like the general idea was him just being like, "Oh crap!"
Like the
Because
shooketh
it seems like it'd be a funny face.
shooketh
I don't know.
shiny.
Yeah, shooketh armor.
Shooketh armor.
Said I've never seen a mare who looks so all alone and could you
Ah.
She said I've never seen a mare who looks so all alone and could you use a little company? And if you pay the
Okay.
right price, your evening
Okay.
will be nice for you
Here we
can
go.
and send me on my way.
Alright, so dude, I don't feel too well. Goddamn.
why?
I might have I don't know, there's these I bought these orange peel jelly bites from Costco, and this used to be a full packet like 2 days ago. I've probably had a bit too much, and now my body's just like,
Yeah,
I
probably.
reject this. That's probably my thing, and like, I think it's also something to do with like my standing too much, and then also add coffee onto that.
What? What have you done to yourself?
I don't know. It's like a terrible terrible. Oh, I can see what you're drawing here, and I can see what position you're putting it. It's brilliant. Anyway.
Sorry.
All right. So.
Anyway, what are you saying? Why would you do this to yourself?
I don't know. It just seems like a good idea at the time.
That's Future Spec's problem.
That's Future Spec's problem. Future Steve.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Awful.
Oh, my legs. I say one thing. I don't think my legs have been like as buff as they are right now. When it comes to having a standing desk, every day is leg day. Oh. Hiccup.
See, you could get a normal desk, but just like hover, sit, or squat at it, and then that's really like the
Well,
flat day or whatever's getting.
Actually, no, yeah, you're right. No, that'd be right. Squat day.
That'd be difficult.
It would be so hard. Oh my god.
Like even wall sitting is hard enough.
Dude.
Like just half squatting down on your desk.
Yeah. It'd be like, dear God. There's more. No. Eee.
What?
He's so shooketh.
What's the assignment?
Yeah. I thought for like a half second there, I thought you were gonna make his neck like really like thin, like he's really stretching his neck. But I'm like, wait, no, that'd be silly.
I can. I can. Here.
No, don't.
You can.
No, don't. He looks like he's panicked.
Uh-huh. Weak. Yeah, I recently went to the physio as a part of my application process to one of my jobs.
One of your jobs?
Yeah, one of my applications. And apparently I've been walking wrong my entire life.
Oh yeah.
Thought I'd do that right, and not been walking wrong. So there's that.
Suddenly your back doesn't hurt and your knees are fine. Oh no, hello.
Hello. I'm not jiving with the motions that I gave it, but this is just more of like a testing sort of thing. So what I'm gonna do?
Is it?
It is supposed to be. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna add another berry punch in here. I'm gonna call it the clone. Ah, it is the clone. I don't have Ruby, do I? Ruby Pinch. I do have Ruby. I do have Ruby. I can make her Ruby. How about that? And she's also adult. Which
I
is the
don't
important
know
part.
what that means.
Ruby is Ruby is Barry's kid. Or what the fan assumes is Barry's kid. And yeah, my plan from here is to make Barry very sick. And that's Ruby's tragic backstory. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
He is so shocked.
I think the funniest thing
Yeah.
is that he didn't think to use his magic to
yeah.
grab the balloon
panicked.
again.
He just got too worried too quick.
Yeah.
Full panic. Wasn't calm enough to use his brain. It's like
As you can tell from this face.
Yeah.
Alright, how does
Oh, that is a
how does his
familiar
hair
name.
go?
Rex has said, "I have arrived, good sir," on my stream. Hello, Rex. Rex Demon. How's it going? I'm just gonna go ahead and put this character in here.
Never!
Wow.
You made sure to turn me down, right?
I think so. Pretty sure I did. I don't know the sound levels of my own stream.
That's how you know you've made it.
Uh-huh. How dare thee?
What?
No, that's just what this Nadia the Wolf character has said in your stream.
Oh.
It looks so good though. God damn.
He's like so freaking shook.
Mhm.
Said I've
Great.
never seen a mare.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to panic.
Yeah.
Put. Hopefully, this will. Damn it! Damn it! It didn't
Yes,
do
it
the
didn't.
thing. Oh, it's because Barry has a. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a rig on her. So why didn't it do the thing? How dare it not do the thing? I want to select all of these, and I press copy, and I go to here, and then I press paste, and it doesn't work. Okay, so maybe I have to. Fine, jeez. So maybe I have to do this. Select all of it that way, and then do this. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. The flex names are different, aren't they? Oh, they are. How dare these modelers? Why do they have to use different flex names? Why did... Okay, so Juicestain made them all have underscores in their flex names.
Juice stain.
Juicestain.
What
When
a
he made the
name.
enhanced ponies, he made them all have underscores in their flex names. And that should have been the standard for all of them. But some modelers decided, you know what, let's get rid of those underscores and just have them smashed together. And then some other modelers are like, I don't like the underscores, let's make them periods. And then other people are like,
Hyphens.
I don't like underscores, periods, or anything, I'm just going to add space in there. So there's 4 different types of bloody flex names. And they don't transfer across. Makes me sad.
That's sad.
Very sad.
So sad.
So sad. Good at you. What else
How
can I
dare
do?
you? Uh-huh. How dare you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there he is.
There he is. That is one
It's
heckin',
just how I imagine.
one heckin'
Is it really?
distressed boy.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, great. that's the face I was thinking. That's why I was just like, okay, she needs to draw that because you'd be good at that sort of expressions.
Oh, she's not only just that sort of expression. She's good at expression.
It's just in
period.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her expressions are fantastic.
So I'm like, that'll be a fun one,
Yeah.
and it was. At least I think it was.
Yeah, it was fun.
This could also be read as the moment he realized he just threw his wife off a balcony.
It's like, wait, were you ready?
Oh, they're also in a different order. Oh, god damn it.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do this?
No, he grabs the wrong pone and throws them off of the balcony, and he's like, oh crap.
Oh no. Oh
Oh crap! I missed. Okay, we've gone from innocent. I've let go of the kite to innocent. I've almost like killed my wife. This is not a cool.
That was real quick.
Yeah,
That was too quick.
yeah.
Kane's just looking at him like, I'm still here.
He looks up and just sees freaking Spike flying across the screen.
Yeah.
Copy keys, and then lips down. Paste. Paste it. No, why isn't it doing it? Ah! Makes me cry. Makes me cry. Hardcore tears. Do I need to select something and then I can paste keys? Oh. I need to sit down. Sitting down time. This is not the time and place to do that, Nadia the wolf. Especially not in this stream. I'll get back to you soon. But yes. Oh. Oh. Sitting down. You
Sounds nice.
Can't see me in the camera. Hello.
All right.
These
That's gonna be it from me.
Yeah, these are really heckin' cute sketchies. Right here.
Thank yous.
Yeah. These are good sketchies.
Look at all these cuties.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. I'm gonna do that thing. The rainbow thing.
Yeah. So it's a nice little touch. I love the chibi looking Nomi ones though.
They're so
Yeah,
cute.
I'm
Oh my
turning
god.
them into stickers. There's gonna be a sticker line of those, you guys.
Yeah, I can see why.
keep on the lookout. I have the Luna one already, but like,
Mm.
yeah.
Like, I could imagine these as like, you could also make a shirt out of like a big collage of them, so you can have like 9 of them all on the one shirt.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh. Yeah, those are good. That's a good rainbow. Cause rainbows won't light up cadets' lines.
What?
Unless she's finished the stream.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I
You
mean,
know what,
like,
you're right.
yeah. And Quillo won't save what he's done. Ah. So I need the lip down. Why isn't this flex copying across? I've selected everything. Alright, I'm gonna copy the samples and put it across.
Scottish for a moment there, lad.
I get Scottish when I get annoyed. It's annoying.
It's true.
Very annoying. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Perpetuating the stereotype that they're aggressive.
Well, I mean, they don't have... Well, that's not entirely correct. I was going to say that...
Feelings?
They don't have feelings.
They don't
Wow.
have feelings. Wow, no, that's not what I was going to say.
It's just your lack of vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Makes them a bit crabby.
Oh
Alright,
my
so
gosh. You
paste
guys
it here.
stop.
And then I go to lip down. And it doesn't paste across.
Lip down. Mm-hmm.
Lip down. Nose up. I don't know.
No. How about no?
How can you have your lip down and know someone? Someone do that with their face. What?
Alright.
Oh god, I just saw freaking Jack's Blaze tweet. in
What's going
regards to
on?
Goofy. No, the Goofy one.
Oh no.
Like, take yuck.
No. Stop. There we go. Alrighty. Thanks
Yay.
everybody for making it out to the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you to everybody that made it into the call as well.
Uh-huh.
Big
Yeah, dude,
appreciate
good old 15 people coming along.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
A
Fun
lot of people
times.
witness the synthesis of adorabetes. And there's a derpy in the bottom left, and a panicked as all heck shining in the top right there.
That's what's funny is that I was gonna be like, one of the requests I was gonna say was like to draw a derp, and then you already did it, and I'm like, well,
Welp.
That's
Biggest
what I struggled
ideas
with.
ever.
Now I don't know what to suggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
as you're drawing, I'm like, oh, that's well, there you go. You read my mind
Yep.
again.
What's next? She's pretty spooky at doing that.
Ah, dude, no idea. But yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, so thanks for joining Cadet Stream. My stream's still gonna go for a little bit. But that's that. A lot of adorable sketches coming in here.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm so excited for this sticker set.
I'm gonna have the sticker set ready for July, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a bunch for July. But patrons will obviously get their pick of the sticker set. You guys, as the tier goes up, you get more options for it.
It's I got confused when you said patrons will definitely get their pick. I thought you meant like the picks.
The picks.
Oh, of course you're already getting picked.
We're already getting picks, but you're gonna take a pick. Yeah, you're gonna take a pick of these sticks. A sticky pick.
How dare you?
Okay. Yeah.
Alrighty. See you guys next stream. Bye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah. See you later.
Alright, and I should also probably leave this call and go into my server. So, it's good.
Yeah, get out of here.
Alright, so now I'm in my server at the moment. And yeah, so that was Cadet Stream. Lovely stream with a lovely person. And Twilight's gonna go back to reading over here. And now I'm back in my stream, and it's good news. I'm in my server. If anyone wants to join in on the chat, you're more than welcome to. You can just go ahead and join the server that you can see here. And then once I notice that you're in the entry booth, which you are, which is good news. Oh, Blue Shift has joined here. Oh yeah, notification. Oh, he didn't even need to be told. Wow, what an absolute baller here. So roles, all collaborators, done, skis. Didn't even have to be like reminded. He's just 100% on it. Good lad. All right, but yeah, so that was of course Cadet Stream. And now that that's over, I can go back to panicking. Ponk is mad that he slept in today. That's okay. I slept in too, so it kind of cancels out, so it's fine. We're gonna have at least another hour on this stream since I started it a bit late, and YouTube continuously fails me when it comes to setting the times of the streams correct. All right. I'm just currently trimming down my notifications thingy over here. Yeah. And hello, blue. Hello, blue. Hello, blue. But yes, so that's that. And yeah, so more than welcome to join the voice chat of this stream if you so desire. And I've just noticed that my border sort of like cuts off the bottom, the bottom of the chat up here. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine, honestly. 100%. Oh, maybe 2%. Yes, big oof moments on all parties here. This that's why this stream is called Surprise Stream Stoon, because I said that in Cadet's thing, and that's what it's called. It's a surprise stream, and it started Stoon. Hello. Yes, now, Mr. Sir, I have a plan. I have a plan, especially with you and the question that you asked. A very big plan. You can indeed join Mama Ponk. You can indeed. And I was going to tell you about the plan, but I'm not sure if I should do it publicly. Well, I think it's going to be fine doing it publicly. But I don't want to ask you a question that is public. But it might kind of lead into it. I'm being incredibly vague at the moment, and that's perfectly fine. So you're muted right now because you need to switch to push to talk mode, because that's what this stream channel is all about. And yeah, you just have to go to the push to talk, because I don't want any barking dogs or crying babies in the backgrounds of people's thingies. Can I? No, okay. I thought I could like click on the thing and unmute you just manually. But yeah, no, you just have to switch to push to talk mode by going to your user settings and voice and video, and then clicking that good old push to talk button, and you can start talking again. Yeah, no worries. Just filling the air at the moment. Okay, so Ilya says
Hello.
Veselio, which means I don't know. I don't know what that means. Is Russian for something. It's I can't really.
Are you sure?
It's.
I was gonna say, are you sure it's Russian?
Are you sure it's Russian? I'm not sure. I don't actually know if it's Russian or not. It could be like, but his name is Ilya Yakimov, and that, I mean, I don't know enough about Russians, Serbians, and.
I'd like to think it's Russian. I have no idea.
Yeah. It's Russian, Serbians, and then there's a couple of other countries that use the same alphabet. But I don't know about specific, like, how they structure their names to say, hey, that's Russian, or that's Serbian, that's other things. Syrian, the Syrians use the Cyrillic alphabet? I don't know. I'm demonstrating my lack of knowledge in geography here.
Dude, geography is hard. I don't blame you.
Geography is so hard. Jeez. It should be, it's not geography, it's geography. Okay, so I am in full-on annoyance panic mode, because.
By the way, that was a bad joke.
What?
I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
The bad jokes are the best jokes. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
No, the good jokes are the good jokes.
the jokes are the not bad jokes.
Whatever. Whatever.
What are you talking about?
You hate my sense of humor then, because I make nothing but bad jokes.
But bad jokes are great.
They keep me alive. What do you mean?
Bad jokes are literally my sustenance. They are my power source. I feed off of bad jokes.
Honestly, yeah, 100%.
Can we get an F in the chat, please?
F in chats for bad jokes. I'm just gonna post F before they catch up and see if people join in. They probably will join in eventually though. But yes, so I am currently dying because the lift down model, the lift down flex on the actually competently named models can be split between left and right. But the ones that the model has decided to change for some reason, so the Ruby pinch model doesn't have left and right splitting. It's just full on both lips just in general. So it's indistinguishable from jaw open except the teeth doesn't move. So I am frustratado, because now I'm gonna have to do it with her her face bones. So I have to actually make the what's that? It's the left part. That's the right part of her face. So I need to do the right lip middle. No, right lip. Yeah, right lip middle. Yeah, that part to actually physically move down when she's doing the thing that I want her to do here. So, very angry. But that is fine.
Angry boy
I signed
noises.
up for this. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. Where not good. All right. Default. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right.
Hey, by the way,
Yes.
I watched a whole I watched a playlist of all of your animations, and I watched every single one of them from the
Yes.
beginning of it, from the beginning animation to like the end of them.
Yes.
They're pretty good, right?
Yeah. And I'm just happy with how you can distinctly see the progression, the progression of my animation style and ability through that playlist. You can see how it starts off at low tier trash, and it eventually builds up to sub tier trash.
I mean, not gonna lie, I think your animations are really good.
Mm.
No, yeah, 100%. You're pretty fire, man.
Well, thank you. So, but
No,
yeah,
no
so-
problem.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean, I just don't like thinking that I myself am good, because that adds a feeling of sort of it starts breeding things like elitism and what's the opposite of being humble? Well, it sort of makes humility diminish. I
Don't ask-
I want to stay humble.
I was gonna say, don't ask me. I don't know what the opposite of humble is.
I'm the most humble man I know. No one's humbler than me.
I doubt that. I mean, I'm pretty humble for the most part.
Let's have a look. So right lip middle. I need to bring just like that. But it doesn't look the same. Well, that's us because she's gritting a little bit on the other side here. So I just need to do that, and I do that. Oh damn it! I need to put a marking here, and then make it go back up to default. Or rather, I can select this bookmark and make it default because I loaded Ruby Pin in this time.
The nose looks a little off, by the way.
Yes, I haven't transferred all the flexes across just yet, so it's going to look a bit weird for a little bit longer. Then I'm going to default this. That's fine, it'll be fine. Actually, I can do that, and then to restore what I did with Berry here, I'm going to do the same thing. So, right, I do want to answer your question that you asked, Mr. Tux. And I also want to rant a bit about philosophy and shit like that.
Ooh, fun.
So fun times. But anyway, so lower lip out.
I've never seen a man.
Why do I use that one? No, that's fair enough.
Never seen a man.
I guess it's just how it goes. Anyway, so right. So I do actually want to, so your question that you'd asked me was, can you teach me to make MLP stuff? And my
On SFM.
On SFM, yeah. My answer to that is no. Not entirely. I can't teach you to make MLP stuff on SFM. That's not something that is able to be taught. What I can teach you, however, is how to use SFM. And that is something that I actually want to make into a series, a tutorial series. I've way back since when I did Penthouse, I wanted to do a tutorial series to help people begin SFM and do all that sort of stuff. But I find that that sort of format doesn't really have the ability to make it more relatable to the person who's watching. And there's a lot of things that might crop up that that can't be explained from my area. Like, I can't see the things that someone who doesn't know what they're doing does. Which is, it's a little bit strange to explain it in that way, but I started out exactly the same as you. I didn't know anything about SFM. It took me, I keep saying this story, but it took me 6 months from the beginning of opening up SFM to making my very first animation. And that animation, I haven't actually posted onto YouTube, it's actually on Facebook somewhere. I don't really want to find it. And it was shit. It was shit. It was a 3-second loop of a spy, and it was bad. It was terrible. But it was my first animation. It's really important. And so I want to make this tutorial series to be more relative to, more relatable to the people who are watching. And in that sense, I want to actually be able to bring the people who have those questions onto the videos to specifically ask them, and then we can have a back and forth about it. Sort of like, you know, you're in a classroom, and then you ask a question, and the teacher has a back and forth with you. That's the type of feeling that I want to make with these series here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Kind of
so,
like a
yeah.
kind of like a podcast kind of thing where
Kind of
you
like a
have
podcast,
like
yeah. We have guests
specific
and
people on each time. And
yeah,
you,
yeah.
You teach them stuff.
Exactly like
That's
that.
neat.
And so
And
that's,
I have SFM on my computer. I just haven't I've even bothered opening it up because
yeah.
I'm scared that I might do something wrong and mess it up.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, yeah, that's a good, it's a reasonable fear to have.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. I was going to say, you can't really mess up SFM. You can mess up SFM. You can, in fact, break it. But there's always the ability of bringing it back from being dead. And yeah, it can die sometimes. Oh no! Oh,
If you can
breaks
break it,
my
you can-
heart. This fucking makes me angry. Sorry. Again, I've just run into an issue where the flexes for Dewstain's base has left and right being able to control separately, but the flexes for this Ruby Pinch base does not. Why do the modelers do this? Why not just use the one base?
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
So, I noticed that there's another character. There's Violent Scratch, there's Berry Punch, and then what's the third one?
This one here is Ruby Pinch.
Is she like a OC of yours or something?
No, Ruby Pinch is actually we think she went into the Sisterhood social as a little filly with Berry Punch. That's all we know.
Oh
And she's
yeah,
been
okay,
seen with
my
Berry
bad.
Punch a lot, but we don't actually know what the relation is with Ruby Pinch to Berry Punch. I'm gonna make Ruby Pinch Berry Punch's daughter. And that's very apparent because the nature of this song that I'm doing is about how people who do quote-unquote bad things aren't bad people. And they do it for specific reasons.
I see.
The thing is very odd for me here. So, actually, I wonder if I just click onto one of these things here so I get just the basic up and down motions of that right there. So just the right side of that. Okay, if I then put it onto Mouth Angry, it understands it. Fuck yes.
That voice sent chills down my spine, dude.
They actually kind of sound like the crocodile or yeah, it was crocodile.
Yeah.
Crikey.
What a good legend. Good man.
I'm sad that he died though.
Everyone is sad that he died though. He was a legend.
Yes,
He
he
was a national treasure,
He
man.
was not international treasure, dude.
Oh yeah, he did go overseas. I forgot about that.
But it just surprised me how worldwide Steve Owen is. Cadet, Cadet, she was just as sad as I was when Steve Owen died, because the jovialness and the nature of what he does had just as much an effect on her life as it did mine. And she lives in America. She's American. So that's it just speaks on how worldwide the message of what Steve Owen was trying to push was, and he's just a legend.
Indeed, he is a legend. I
Yeah.
mean, I watched him since I was like 5 years old until I was like most recent episode. Because I know like I think before he died, he posted like a episode before he died, or he had an episode up like before he died. I think.
Well, no, maybe I can't remember. I know he died in the process of making a video, a movie, and I know that's how that happened. But yeah, it's okay. So that's
But
kind of over.
the show was probably still running while he was making
I
that video.
don't think it was
movie.
live though. So
Should I look that up?
if
I think I'll look.
if you wish.
It'd be smart.
I think I'm gonna look that up actually because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, and it's always good to fact check. Again, I've fallen into this trap. I hate it so much. All right, there we go. Select all. Anyway, so talking back about the idea that I had for the tutorial series thing. I want it to be set up, as you say, like a podcast where I bring on guests who have specific questions about SFM, and I spend that episode, answering it and teaching the person about that sort of thing. And it's in that way that I hope that, like, not only is that like the I'm a brutally honest person. Not only is that a deceptive ploy of adding audience engagement to make that series particularly popular, blah blah blah, raising awareness, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. But also
YouTube rating.
YouTube ratings. You got to get that audience participation up, audience engagement and bullshit. But that's not the focus of why I would want to do that sort of thing. The big reason as to why is because I do actually enjoy teaching people things, and I want to be able to be a sort of like catalyst for making people be able to make people have the ability to make good animations, because great animators can come from anywhere. I wouldn't consider myself a great animator, but like I started from nothing. I had absolutely no experience in animation whatsoever, except for maybe 2 or 3 stop motion animations I did when I was a wee lad. And I've managed to build up to this, which is at least something, from nothing. And anyone can do anything from anything, and I'm hoping to be able to be that sort of catalyst to enable someone to do something and come up to this sort of a decent amount of animation. And
I actually, sorry to interrupt.
That's right.
So I just looked up like how he died, and it looks like he died from a stingray surgery. It looks like.
No. So what happened is
Or-
that he
Stingray injury.
yeah.
Stingray injury.
Yeah, so the death occurred when he was out on the boat on the water, and he was looking at the specific stingray, and of course he was looking over the boat down onto the river to look at this stingray, and of course if you imagine it from the stingray's perspective, you look up and see this massive shadow above you of this creature that's looking down on you, and so what do? Well, you'd attack it and try to get away. And so that's what the stingray did. The stingray attacked Steve, and ran away. But the problem was that barb happened to lodge just right at his heart, and the tip just went right into his heart. And then Steve pulled out the barb, and that actually is what I believe it was. The pulling out was what caused the biggest part of his injury. That's what some people say, but it's also the fact that it was just the tip that went into his heart, so all of the venom went straight into his heart.
But like, why would he pull it out though? Why not just like keep it there until like some help gets there? Like, I get it's like venom and whatnot, but shit, why would you pull it out?
Well,
Like,
it's
I mean, wouldn't that just make it more deadly?
It's easier to say that from the perspective of not having a barb shoved into your heart.
And he'd probably been stung by stingrays before.
Yeah, he's been stung. He's been stung by
parts.
stingrays. I'm pretty sure he's been bitten by crocs. You know, the thing about like how people that were close to him would describe him as is idiots. The people in the marine biology field would describe him as an idiot. And he really was. Like, what other type of person would get their actual firstborn child and put them above a crocodile and then pull it away at the last, like, who does that? A bloody idiot would only do
like,
that.
I forgot
there
he
was
did
a-
that.
Don't get me wrong, like, he was a legend, but he was also very stupid.
He was very stupid, but that was the point. Like, that's the thing. Like, he did those things so that he could become incredibly popular, so that so many people would look at him and have the idea of, like, oh, this person's an idiot. And it's that exact moment where he'd push his message, where he'd say, save the crocs, preservation, conservation, that sort of thing. And that's when he pushes his message. So it's when everyone has their eyes on him, that's when he says, hey, we got to protect our crocs.
He was really playing 4D chess this whole time.
He was playing 4D chess this whole time.
And what surprised me is why he would do that just to get popular. Like, why would someone do that?
Because
Why would someone hurt themselves just to gain popular, like, fame? Like, why would you do that?
Because anyone can say save the crocs, but it's only the idiot famous person who says save the crocs to actually have any meaning.
And I get that, but, like, why do stupid stuff?
That's because otherwise you wouldn't have the audience that you'd require in order to be able to say that sort of thing.
Don't get me wrong. I get he wants an audience, but he doesn't have to hurt himself over getting fame.
Does being entirely reasonable 100% of the time get you an audience? Well, okay, I say that, but then Mr. Rogers exists. Mr. Rogers and Bill Nye the Science Guy exist, and they weren't exactly doing stupid stuff, but yeah. Still, it was definitely a means. I feel like his entire thing was just as a means to an end, and that end is a righteous one to be honest.
Well, see, like Bill Nye, he's doing the science stuff. That's like different.
And he has that sort of means from being, a teacher of science.
Right.
This really did turn into a podcast. I'm sorry.
No kidding.
But it's a good one, to be honest. It's a podcast with the visuals of animating. Talk about life and death. Let it be. Cool. I can use. Wait. What did I do? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Oh, okay. I started playing the thing. That's fine. My brain's all over the place. That's fine. It's fine.
I just thought of a really good song right now.
What's that? Let it be. Paste.
Hold on. Let me look it up on my phone real quick.
And okay. Oh, Dmitri. Okay, that's how you spell Dmitri in Cyrillic. Hello, Dmitri. And I'm not sure if I'm actually supposed to roll the R when it comes to that. Is it just Demit? Because like I'm pretty sure we need to not chop the letters together. So with a English speaking, if you have TR, it's tr, but if you have a T, it's t, and an R, it's r. And when you combine them, just the sounds, you get tr, not tr. You get tr. And I'm not sure if that's what you have to do with Cyrillic languages and saying the Cyrillic alphabet, especially when it comes to Russian. I specifically want to learn Russian, so that's why I'm focusing on the Russian aspect of it. But yeah, that's Demi, and then Tari, Dmitri. And I roll the R specifically so that I can have that separation between the T and the R.
Recognize this?
A little bit.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Come on, please tell me you recognize this.
Words of wisdom,
Nope.
let it be.
Oh, maybe.
And in my hour of
Wait for it.
darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
I'm gonna say no to that. Yeah, nah. And I really think you shouldn't have played it specifically on the stream, because now the stream's likely to get claimed. But the stream's probably going to get claimed anyway, because I mean, the song that I'm animating to is also not a free song, so
Oh shit, my bad.
Go on,
that's
go on
okay.
YouTube.
Just sort of adds to that, but it's all right.
My bad.
Who dares join?
Hey Rex, man, how you doing?
Hello. All eyes are on you, mate. This is your moment. Moment to shine. Hi. Ah, the classic. All right.
I was like so nervous to join.
Like I hope yeah, well, I mean, it's all right to be nervous to join, but I hope to be able to create the environment in which people will be able to easily overcome their nerves. So yeah, I'm happy you've joined. So yeah, hi.
Meeting you in person, you definitely have those vibes. Not gonna lie.
Yay, that's good news. Oh no! did
I literally spent like 1 minute deciding if I should join.
Oh, this makes me cry so bad. Okay, I'm just gonna have to do with one side of it. Wait, I'm an idiot. I'm an actual utter idiot. What am I doing spending all this time transferring the flexes between models when I can just put Berry's skin onto put Ruby's skin onto Berry? That's what I can do. Just, she rubs the lotion on her skin. It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Anyway, that's fine. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Stand there like a man until Iker's in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair. But if he decides to shoot, then I'm a goner. No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor.
Hamilton?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was, but okay.
To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
I love musical theater.
Ugh. But I love some musicals, but Hamilton is just, it has that sort of thing in my heart.
I still haven't seen it, but I've listened to some of the songs.
I've listened to all of the songs 100%. I've done 100% playthroughs several times over of Hamilton, and I just absolutely love it 100%. So what I need to do here is add. So I've added override materials onto Berry Punch here, and now I'm going to go to the body, add attribute string. I'm going to call it $base texture. Okay, so now Berry Punch is going to be Glitch City, and hopefully I just have to say Ruby Pinch, and that will, yes. All right, cool. Mother has become daughter. All right.
It sounds really weird.
Shut up. Shush, don't think about it. Alright, base texture. Alright, so I need to change the... No, silly, not base texture. I need to do... rename attribute. I need to make it iris. 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 What's with the wheelie bag? Iris. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I was talking about before. Ruby Pinch. So yeah, I guess the only other thing is that I need to make sure that I like set aside some time to specifically dedicate towards like I guess tutoring on SFM. But like I also need to just be able to, I don't know, like, that's my biggest issue. I don't know what I need to do when it comes to starting this this series. I guess, like, I just have to follow my own tendencies when it comes to animation in general and just do it, you know? I have to follow, what's his face? Shia LaBeouf's advice and just do it!
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Make your
Precisely.
dreams come true.
Don't let your dreams be memes. All right. And then what I like about Juice Stain's animation, Juice Stain's models is that I can just take off the hair. Like I can just disable the hair and the tail. Done screws. And now all I need to do is copy across Berry Punch's motions. Her body. I mean, she doesn't have any arms, legs, motion, so I can copy samples from here, paste it onto there. Boom, and then what I can do is for Ruby Pinch, I need to Okay, so I need to remove her eyebrows. So eyebrow bones goes down to 0, right? And then Ruby Pinch is an unicorn, isn't she? Yeah, she do. All right. So Ruby Pinch. Then what I need to do is lock her eyes to. That one's a copy, paste. There we go. Lock her eyes so it stops Z fighting. And then I need to get rid of her eyelashes. No, yes, I need to get rid of her eyelashes. So on Ruby Pinch's model, I'm going to add override materials, go into materials here, and then open up this and use cloak factor. So one thing I do like is that cloak factor works a lot better than alpha. There's 2 ways to make a thing invisible in SFM, and that's to add the attribute $alpha and make that 0. But the issue with adding, well, the thing about adding alpha, because it's not really an issue, the thing about adding alpha is that it still makes the model cast shadows. However, cloak factor, it doesn't allow shadows to be cast from it, but it's not something you just add to a model. It has to be pre-added to that model. So having these eyelashes be cloak factor is brilliant, because now they won't cast shadows. Only the eyelashes on Berry's model will cast shadows. Now that is the only other thing here. We need to make sure the body. So the body here doesn't have a cloak factor on it. So I need to right click, add attribute float, and I'm going to call it alpha. Okay. So you can see that she's invisible, but if I just go ahead and take Ruby out of here and just put her into the shade, you can see that her body, I mean, that it's kind of creepy, but her body is still actually casting a shadow. You see that? Even though the body is invisible, it's casting a shadow. I'm not sure, I don't know. Yeah, it just seems very creepy.
What are you creating?
I look down at my phone for 3 seconds, I come back up, and I see that.
Yeah. The next thing I need to get rid of is the teeth and tongue, but they should have cloak factor on it. Usually if the eyelashes have cloak factor, then yes.
That does not look great.
Yes, I know. Don't think about it too hard. There we go. Does the eyeballs have? No, they don't. Okay. The only part of a model that you cannot alpha and cloak factor are eyes. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix that. But the eyes are the only thing that you can't alpha or cloak model, so be careful about that cloak factor, so be careful. Anyway, so that's fine. So, the big story that I'm adding here. So, the big thing that I'm trying to keep, I guess, sacred about this animation is that people who do quote-unquote wicked things aren't specifically wicked. They most likely will have good intentions when it comes to doing wicked things. The big thing about this character here, Ruby here, is that her mum, Berry Bubble, Berry fucking Punch, damn it, Berry Punch, is she's an alcoholic. But right now, I'm gonna make her go through liver failure, and she needs and Ruby Pinch needs to actually make some money in order to make sure that Berry can get the medical treatment she needs. And the only thing, the thing that Ruby's trying right now to get a lot of money really quick is this. It's rather sad, but that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that I'm trying to push when it comes to this this story here. Is to be a pretty little thing on the street, which is not a good thing, but it's what it is. But that just demonstrates just the fact that there's a reason why everyone does everything. The second person that I'm having this story for is this guy here, and I did this in the last stream as well. So anyone who was there in the last stream, don't answer this, but who do you think this is? This character here. The hair is different, and he doesn't usually have a 5 o'clock shadow, but the coloration is what you should look at. Who is this character here? Who is it?
I don't know, man. It's a real hard question.
It's a really hard question.
I think it's the point.
By the way,
do.
I was gonna say, by the way, there's one animation on your channel that I cannot stop watching.
That's not the question at the moment, but we'll come back to that.
Sorry. My apologies.
That's all right. But we'll just if you don't know who this is, and that'll be fine. I'm just gonna wait for the chat to catch up if they're gonna answer this as well. But I'll give it another 10 seconds. So starting from now, who do you think this is? You got 8 seconds, 5 seconds, mainly just to see if chat will catch up and see who it is. And Mama Ponk, were you here for the last stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know who this character is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead. You have the limelight.
Why?
I am forcing you into the. No, I'm kidding.
It's Blue Blood.
It is in fact Blue Blood. Yes, this is Blue Blood. And you might remember him from season
I'm not
1
awake
and
enough for this,
literally no other season. He's disappeared from all of MLP.
I was gonna say Blue Blood, but I'm like, no, that can't be Blue Blood.
Yeah, so this is in fact Blue Blood, but interestingly enough, I'm using Caballeron's model, so it's cool how you said Daring Do, because you know, it's kind of similar. And the other thing I like as well is that I can use Caballeron's shirt and then Daring Do's hat to make a very convincing Steve Irwin pony. But that's something for.
And that doesn't even look close to Daring Do.
Well, yeah, but it's reminiscent of Daring Do because it's Caballeron's model and it has the shirt as well, and that's the big thing.
Right, I'm just saying it doesn't even look close to Daring Do.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
Daring Do villain.
But yeah, so the thing about Blue Blood here is that he is trying to run an orphanage. Trying is the important part. So he's trying to run an orphanage, but he has lost money. He keeps losing money. He's going through the strife of having to try and raise money for this orphanage that no one cares about, and he's running out of money. And the big thing is that he could ask Celestia for help, but it's his pride that's getting in the way. He doesn't want to ask Celestia for his help because he wants to prove that he's able to do this great thing without any assistance, which is stupid, but that's the sort of thing that's getting in the way of this and why he has this good old flintlock pistol, because he's the man who creeps out of sight, holds a gun up to my head. Clearly he wasn't looking for a fight. Said, give me all you got, I want your money, not your life. But if you try to make a move, I won't think twice. So that's the second verse. He's the second verse character. And that's his story. He's attempting to run I guess this is Manhattan. It's just the big city orphanage, and it's running out of money, and he needs to find money somehow. And this is the main he chose. This is the route he took. But yeah, so that's his story. And that's why he's doing wicked things. It's for a good intended purpose. But of course, the normal thing you would do is ask the Crown for assistance because he can. He's Prince Blue Blood, of course, but he doesn't want to. Okay, and then the third verse is the preacher mayor in cuffs taking money from the church, stuffed their bank account with righteous dollar bills. I don't actually have a tragic backstory for that character, but that character is the character that convinced Vinyl. I haven't said anything about Vinyl just yet. But that's the character that convinces Vinyl that she should start a life of crime to be able to raise money to help Octavia with her medal. Because so I'm making this big connected universe with my animations now. Tux, or as you say, I can't remember what your Nadia the wolf.
I was gonna say, just call me Luna because I like that name.
Luna. So you had said that there was one animation that you can't stop watching. Which one was that?
It's the Blame It one from
the
from the Faked Reel or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was the Faked Reel collab. It would have been really it would have been I guess the perfect reality if you'd said the Slenderman animation, because that was the one I was going to mention. But yes, no, I really enjoyed making the Blame It animation because like I wanted to try and capture Pinky's energy, and I feel like I did, so it was good. And Red Ace has joined. Hi, Red Ace. And of course, that's Red Ace's OC. We have this meme amongst the Australian animators that Red Ace is homeless, but if I will say as well, yeah. That's just it. It is just it's just a joke, and that's how it is. I just like the way that Red is like the character here is lying down. It's really cute. All right. So anyway, so Vinyl. So the thing about the storyline that I've made for Vinyl, notice something's missing. There's two things missing from Vinyl's character model. What is that? Well, what do you reckon that is? What's missing from Vinyl's character model? That she always has in every single time when
Her glasses.
her glasses is one thing, and there's another thing that she's missing. What's the other thing?
Her glasses and her headphones.
Her glasses and her headphones. Yes, she's missing her glasses and her headphones. This is specifically on purpose. Very much on purpose. Because she is attempting to sell her glasses and headphones so she can raise money for the search party in effort to find Octavia. Octavia, since my Slenderman animation, is missing. And if you watch the Slenderman animation, you will know why.
She's also a Markiplier, apparently.
She's also Markiplier, apparently, but that was just some soundbite that I don't know how to explain that. So we're just going to ignore that.
Temporal anomaly, it's fine. It's whatever.
Temporal anomalies, that sort of stuff. But yeah, so
I was gonna say actually, I think he's starting to replay Minecraft. Actually,
interesting. I mean, following along PewDiePie's footsteps, I guess. His titanic 100 million subscribers footsteps, which I'm so happy that he actually managed to crest. It doesn't matter that T-Series was quote unquote first, because T-Series cheated and also is a massive conglomeration of corporations, so I don't exactly
and also pirates.
But I don't count so that's why I don't count T-Series as even a YouTube channel.
Well, see, like I'm not a huge fan of PewDiePie's videos, but like I still support him.
It's not I don't watch Let's Players at all. At all. Like the only reason why I did the Octavia animation was like I should do a Let's Play animation, and then I was like, okay, which animation should I do? I like Slenderman, so I'll do Slenderman. Oh, Markiplier there. Oh, great, brilliant. Slenderman, Markiplier, let's do this. And that's what I did, and it was a big mistake because that was a massive project and it took me over 2 years to make, so that was nice. Anyway,
how long does it usually take you to make any animation?
Too long. It takes too long, and that's also one of the things that I want to touch on in my tutorial series, is that don't think that this is going to be an easy thing. I expect that I'm going to get this animation that I'm working out sometime in 2022, sometime during 2022, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't think it's even gonna be done by 2023. So that's the kind of like patience and understanding of time that you have to have when you become an animator. Is
you must have a lot of patience.
You have to. You really have to.
Is a Zen master, man.
And I'm not even that patient.
You learn it. You learn patience.
Like I'm patient, but I'm not that patient.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you learn it. You build on it. It's a skill, like any other. Confidence as well is a skill. It's not something that you're born with. It's not something that you just get. You level it up. Confidence is my favorite thing, because people are like, oh, I wish I was that confident, but the only way to get confident is to act it. You act confident, and eventually that act will become your reality. You will just be confident. It's just what you do. You build on it. You continuously think that you're confident, and then you will be. But you have to act on your thinking of being confident. That's the big thing. Because you have to reinforce that sort of mental state in your brain that, oh, yeah, I wish I could talk to people. Well, just do it. There's nothing stopping you. Oh, I'm going to make a fool of myself. Who cares? That's the thing.
It's half the fun making a fool of yourself.
Exactly. If you're okay with being laughed at, then you can be the most confident person in reality.
Honestly, I have my own YouTube channel, and I'm trying to get the stuff that I need, like a microphone like what you have, and a camera and whatnot, and record videos and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to know more about the setups that I have, I currently am using a Rode NT USB condenser mic that I bought from the local music store. So it's a Rode NT USB condenser mic. You don't need a sound card for it, and it does relatively decent entry-level studio quality of recording. And then you just also have to make sure that you don't have the mic setting up too loud so it doesn't peak a lot. And yeah, you can do some fancy things with editing in Audacity to make the audio quality just smooth and crisp.
And like, okay, so like the thing is that like I don't know what to use for like recording actual videos, like where it's like both recording my face and the screen.
So
and like, and I have like what was it? OBS. I have OBS. And I have no idea how to use it.
That's fair enough. So OBS is fine. One thing that I would say is that there's okay, so if we just ignore OBS existence right now, because it kind of makes my point invalid, but there is no program that records both video, both your screen and your face at the same time. You have to have two programs that do things separately, because otherwise you'll have reduced quality of one or the other, or both. If you use OBS, it specifically records and streams in a streamable format, which doesn't have the highest quality. It specifically compresses each frame and then makes it all active so it can be streamed. And that's the big thing when it comes to OBS, is that it doesn't record high definition videos. To record my screen, I use this program, GeForce Experience and Shadowplay, NVIDIA Shadowplay. Because I have an NVIDIA graphics card and it comes natively with that. If you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, I don't know what to suggest to you, unfortunately. So
I actually do have that, in fact. And every time, sorry to interrupt. And like every time I play like something like, I don't know, Fortnite, for example. I know it's a bad example, but that's all I can think of right now. So say I'm like playing Fortnite, and as soon as I load up Fortnite, a little thing pops up on my screen that says like, in order to record this, you're gonna have to press these two buttons, and it'll like record it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yep.
I don't know how it works and like how to set it up to where I can like stream it or make a video and post it up on YouTube.
So the thing is that once you have like the recording software and the editing software are two completely different things. I was very fortunate to be a part of the Humble Bundle when they were doing the Sony Vegas sale, and they were essentially giving Sony Vegas away for $12. Usually that program is like $400, so it was a bit of a good shit right there, mate.
very lucky duck.
Very lucky duck.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
Very good deal. Sony Vegas is like one of the biggest industrial standard editing softwares out there. It doesn't make like it doesn't have the biggest power or flexibility, but it is a very, very good editing software. And I do highly recommend it, but of course, right now, very, very expensive. I currently use Sony Vegas 14 because that's what they were selling on the Humble Bundle. But it's all the way up to Sony Vegas 17 right now. And with Sony Vegas 17, you can do things like, I guess, change the layout of Sony Vegas. And you can also do, like, footage stabilization, so motion stabilization. And I guess other things like that. And there's more effects or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Sony Vegas 17 is currently what it's out. But it's brilliant for making that high definition decent looking videos, and you can layer in all sorts of things and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the quality isn't the thing that bothers me. The thing that bothers me the most is just the fact that I don't know how to like do that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, it comes with practice and with Google.
Google and YouTube tutorials, man.
Yeah, like one of the biggest like. So I went to university in an IT degree. I did Bachelor of Games and Interactive Entertainment, and the biggest thing that I learnt from there is how to Google. I cannot stress it enough how important knowing how to Google is, because you can't just give Google a question like, for example, how do I animate an SFM? You can't really give that Google that question and expect the answer that you're looking for. What you should do is say, for example, like your question is like your question might be something like, how do I make videos in Sony Vegas? What you should be saying is, how do I overlay my camera onto my screen in Sony Vegas? That sort of specific question. Or how can I make picture-in-picture in an editing software? And you might get, different sorts of editing softwares, and then you can say, what's good free editing software, blah blah blah. But knowing how to Google is intensely important.
So you have to be very specific.
Very specific, yes. Ask single questions. You need to break down, and this is another thing that I want to talk about in my tutorial series as well. You need to break down your complex umbrella of issues into very specific questions, and you solve each one, and when you solve all of them, you've solved the big problem. You can use OBS to record your screen and camera at the same time, and you should ask questions like, how do I rearrange elements in OBS? How do I rearrange elements in OBS? Because the simple question of how do I use OBS is not exactly what you should be asking. You can ask things like, what do the format options in OBS mean? You can ask that sort of thing. And you can do that sort of questions, but you really need to ask specific things.
I made a video a couple days ago. It's horrible, don't watch it. But when I was making the video, I was using DaVinci Resolve. It's a free editing software.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept running into problems, so I just Googled that specific problem.
Yeah.
And learned more through progress. It's not about just knowing how to do everything instantly. It's about picking and choosing the stuff you need right now.
Yeah.
So that you know it for now, and then when you need something new later, you learn that later. It's a process. Yeah.
And I just earlier we had a giant ass storm outside of our house, and I'm you know what? I'm bored. I might as well just take a video of this storm, because why not? It might might gain me subscribers at some point, and I was hoping that it would. And I mean, we had lightning right outside our house, and oh boy, it was loud. And it was actually, so I'm sitting down right now, and right outside the window, it was right next to us, and it was actually kind of scary at one point, because I wasn't expecting it, because I was playing VR chat, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't expect it, because I was just I didn't know it was gonna happen, and it scared me, and I'm like, whoa, maybe I should film this. And I did, but then by the time I filmed it, it was just poof, gone.
Yeah, that sort of thing can happen. And so when it comes down to it, personally, I prefer to just live in the moment when it comes to things like that, and not try to be so focused on recording the things that are happening. But that is just completely personal. There was this one XKCD comic where it's there's this one character who's trying to take a photo of a sunset, and another character going oh, why are you spending so much time trying to take a photo of the sunset when you can just live in the moment? And then was it that? I can't remember. I'm just XKCD, so I'm just going to promote it a bit more. And the other character was I spend so long trying to set up the exact perfect capturing of this moment that I remember every single detail of it, and I truly actually live in the moment more by trying to capture it than I do just being in the moment. So I'm on the side of just living on it. But you can record things if you like, and I don't know how I got into this topic, but hello, Red Ace.
Yeah, I'm just listening to this. This is awesome.
Interesting tangents. I guess that's what happens when I have coffee when I'm tired.
Coffee sounds so good right now.
This is, okay, that's the reason why I don't drink coffee, though, because it makes me too hyper, is the thing.
That's one of the other, I need to have a good, it's really weird. I need to have a good night's rest in order to have coffee correctly, because if I don't have a good night's rest and I'm too tired, coffee doesn't actually make me any less tired. It just increases my heart rate.
Well, that's what coffee's supposed to do.
Well, yeah, but the caffeine is supposed to block the receptors that, like, it doesn't actually give you any energy. It just blocks the receptors that are making you tired. That's what caffeine does.
And
That's one of the things that.
And I can't have caffeine, for personal reasons. I mean, I don't mind telling it, but I'm just saying it for personal reasons.
Yeah, of course, that's fine.
And like I just can't have caffeine. It's bad for my body.
Yeah, that's fine.
But like I can have like decaf coffee. Decaf coffee is fine.
It's like, also the thing that I find is that the placebo effect is brilliant. It's amazing.
I mean, honestly, I've tried like a sip of like actual coffee, that the one that has caffeine, and I don't see like any difference in taste from both of them.
Yeah, no, yeah, the taste.
So it does. So to me, it doesn't really matter.
And for most people, like something about Cadet as well is that she loves the smell of coffee, but she hates the taste of it. The smell of coffee is brilliant, but she hates the taste of it.
See, that's what confuses me. Like, why do people do that?
Well,
like,
I mean,
you like the smell of it, but you don't like the taste of it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's because sometimes things smell differently than they taste. Like if you smell meat, it doesn't really smell like what it tastes, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. And the other thing is that people can like the smell of a freshly mown lawn, but they don't necessarily like the taste of it.
I'm also pretty sure that our like tongues have like more like what do you call it?
Taste receptors, taste buds.
Yeah, then like if we were dogs, like our smell would be fucking like really good. Like we could probably smell and it would like taste like what we smell, but because we don't have
that, is terrible. We have sense of smells.
Our snozzes aren't that great.
Snozzes are not good.
I love the word schnoz. It's so
Schnoz
good.
is so good.
Snozzes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like like I said, don't get me wrong here. Coffee is good. And it's good for you too. There's that. That's another reason why I like coffee. I don't drink it much because I don't want to like overdo it. So I just like maybe every once in a while I'll have some coffee, but overall I'm not a huge fan of coffee.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be. No one said you had to.
I drink it every day. Keeps me alive.
It's to the point where like it's like that thing where it's like dude, why do you drink alcohol so much, you know? And it's just like, well, I drink alcohol to avoid I'd always drink alcohol to avoid the hangover, and I'm scared that if I stop, the preceding hangover is gonna kill me. So
it's like it's another human being. He'll come after me.
You see, like my mom and my grandma, they are nuts for coffee. Like if you put a cup of coffee or offer them a cup of coffee, they'll probably say yes. It's likely they're just gonna say yes, please, give me some coffee. So they're crazy for coffee. Unlike me, where I'm not as crazy for coffee, because like, I mean, like I like coffee. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love coffee. It's just I'm not crazy like them, where they're like crazy for coffee.
Coffee.
No, sir.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Tip Top's the one. Good on your mum.
Tip Top's the one.
Oh, that's an Australian meme.
Like my favorite way to start
a very
the day,
Australian
that's Tip Top Matt. Like my favorite way to start the day, that's Tip Top bread.
Oh god, Quillo.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for, and then I can make
Good stuff.
good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
How long have you been using SFM for? If you don't mind me asking.
5 years I've been using it.
5 years.
Yes.
Dang.
So wait, when you started 2015.
Correct. I started posting animations in 2015. So technically, I was using SFM for 6 years now, but only publicly was I doing it for 5 years. So. It takes 5 years to build up this. It's been 5 years. Holy shit.
Time is wild, dude.
Don't think about it. Alright.
That is reality setting in.
Right. Reality, stop setting in. Go over there. Reality, that way.
Reality,
I
in
do
the
this
corner
stuff
now.
to escape reality. What are you doing?
Reality in the corner right now.
Get in the corner, young man. Alright.
You're meant to come on Wednesday. What the heck?
Yeah. Reality.
My
we're not
existential
meant to be
crisis is scheduled for Thursday, not today.
Existential crisis. Can we just delay it real quick?
Just need a bit of time, you know?
Okay, so this one here, I need to get Berry Punch, and then copy all of this and put it on here. Berry Punch. There we go.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Have you done I Can't Decide?
I can't decide whether you should.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't done that one.
You should.
I could. I really could.
You could.
Well, I'm just saying how you should. It would be pretty interesting to see
That's
what that would be like.
That's actually the perfect response. It's like, what is it? When you get like 50 like billion requests for like things by people, and then it's like, because all of them are like I'm not gonna try and like shit on your thing, but there's like tons of people that like put like, I'm gonna guess that Quillo gets this, that like, yo Quillo, make like Godzilla and like Twilight fighting for some reason. It's just like you kind of just sit there and you go, but why?
Yeah. Why? That's the big question.
Why?
Because there needs to be context. Like that, you kind of miss the context when you just be like, "Yo, I want Spitfire to do like a double backflip on a skateboard," and then you go, "What's the purpose of that?"
Yeah, you could, but you wonder if you should.
We always just ask the questions if we could, but we never.
That's the first rule of animation. The characters should be doing something because of something.
Yeah. Well, not only is that,
Not because they should.
I feel like that's not really animation side, and that's more just story.
Oh, story.
Yeah, it's the important part of story. There needs to be a reason.
Actually, it's more character animation. No, sorry, character.
Yeah.
I mean, characters react differently to stuff.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't necessarily be arguing the aspects about this to the actual literal film student.
Look, my ego is crazy. It's out of control. I am the one to consolidate now.
Yes, indeed.
You're fighting a losing battle, Quillo.
I am the master.
The master.
The master.
Indeed. So yes, Berry Punch is now Ruby Pinch.
X.
Yes, I'm not sure if I actually explained my intentions to Red Ace here about this animation.
No, you're doing the song.
Yes, I'm doing the song, but the
Laminating.
the thing around the characters here. The reason why I used to do Berry Punch because I'm like, oh yeah, she's got a kid to support, and I'm like, wait, I could use Ruby Pinch because she's got a mum to support.
Okay.
And like the thing about the song also specifically says, pretty little thing, sweet young thing, and Berry Punch. I wouldn't exactly call her young.
Wait, so I
aged with grace.
Aged with grace, yes.
So I was wondering, like, you just like get these like all this audio from like different people, or do you have like people record their voice for you?
When it comes to generally my animation speaking, I usually try to find my audio from somewhere. But for this one specifically, Cadet Redshirt is the lovely lady who's singing Vinyl's voice in this song, which is bloody fantastic. So yes, it's always nice to have people that can actually do this sort of recording for you, which is brilliant. So yeah. The only thing I'm not quite sure about what I'm going to do here is exactly what Ruby's motion is going to be. But I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out later.
I love the way she slides in, whoop.
They see me slide and...
Like, okay, my question is, like, why does it look like she's, like, going through vinyl?
It's because she is at the moment, but, like, that's not what I'm actually going to make it at the moment. Like that. Or this is just
Please do that.
what it's doing. She's okay.
Just leave this there.
Let's just go ahead and just make her fuse with vinyl for a sec. All right, so I'm gonna get the root transform here. I'm gonna copy this key. And I'm gonna paste it over this here. Just like that. There we go. Whoa! Let's have a look. You ready? Here we go.
Hello, Satan.
Sweet
This is a
Jesus.
science experiment.
Okay.
Now this is pod race.
Now this is pod race. Dear God. All right. So what I'm going to do with here is I'm going to select all of these. I'm just going to delete because I don't need anything on Ruby Pinch here. And then I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to playhead. Easy. So now. Okay. But yeah. So that's what that is. What are you yelling at me for? What is this? This putting in maths here. What mad maths? Mad maths.
The movie?
Mad Maths, the movie.
Yes.
Just bad Max in like a children's classroom trying to do like baby math.
Yes, yes. Six. It's 6.
No, it's actually 10:40 right now.
Crap. You're right.
Oh damn!
Exactly
Got
right
it.
too. Everyone else is
I
right.
still haven't had breakfast yet.
Wasn't it
Got
breakfast?
Later, my bed's comfy.
That's fair enough. That's I understand that, 100%. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, going back to the subject of my proposed tutorial series, one of the things that I wanted to stress real quick for any aspiring animators out there, you're going to make an animation to start off with, and it's going to be shit. It is going to be shit. You have to understand that it's going to be shit, but it serves an important purpose. You need to have that animation, and you need to save it somewhere on your hard drive. Do not post this one online. Do not post this one online. It's shit. It's supposed to be. Your first 5 animations are going to be shit, and that's the important part to realize. They are going to be shit, but you need them. They're very important, because those ones serve a specific purpose. You won't see them as shit at that point in time, and that's okay too. But the important part is that as soon as you look back at them and they look like shit, you're ready to post your animations online.
You're gonna make garbage. Just be prepared for that.
You're going to make garbage. You have to.
Warning! This is shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the moment where you can really look at those animations that you've made and see just all of the areas in which that was shit beforehand. All of the times you're like, okay, that was really bad, and this is the reason why. It's at that point when you can suddenly start being like, okay, I'm at the position now where I can have the ability to post my stuff online, because now I know, at least I know something about what makes a good animation and what makes a bad animation. And then it's at the moment where you can't watch those anymore, when you cannot sit down to watch those 5 animations anymore, then you've gone to the next stage, I suppose. It's when you start seeing that your first animations that you post were actually shit as well, and when you can start seeing all the things, the first animations that you posted online, is when you start saying, oh, those ones are actually shit now. And that's when you've gone into the next stage. And when you can't watch those anymore, then you're in the next stage of animation, and it keeps going like that. You will be forever followed by a whole host of list of animations that are just getting shitter and shitter the more you leave them.
Just living a shit.
But it serves a specific purpose. Currently, yeah. Currently, I am. I'm just having a look at my channel real quick. You can't see this at the moment, but that's what it is. Oh, look, yeah, this Quillo guy's streaming. Interesting.
I heard he makes
Bro,
fun.
you should be on YouTube.
I gotta go eat dinner, so I'll be back.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know if you'll be. I don't know if you'll be streaming still. But...
I'll probably most likely be wrapping up in about 15-20 minutes. So, Yeah.
Well, if I'm not back by then it was fun hanging out with you.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you joining.
See you later, man.
See you later, dude.
And if you guys want to, if you haven't yet, you can friend me if you want. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. So, currently.
Anyways, see ya.
Yeah. Bye. Currently, I'm at the point at which the Great Princess is shit. The Great Princess animation that I did is utter shit. I hate it so much. It's gotten to the point where I can't watch it anymore because it's so bad. It is so bad. But at the time it was great because it was a massive long speech that I managed to lip sync, which I'm still okay with. I'm okay with the lip sync, which is a problem. But like the animation itself is absolutely terrible, and since I can say that, I know that I've progressed to the point where it's looking pretty good. Right now, like that's the cutoff for my everything below this or everything before this is just utter garbage, and I hate every single one of them, except for maybe the air blasting shot. That was pretty good. But everything below that was utter garbage, and the point at which I'm saying that the animations are not good, so it's not entirely up to the point of being I can't watch them anymore, but the animations that are not good going down would have to be I would have to say Papyrus Makes a Friend going down. So Papyrus Makes a Friend is the beginning of this actually looks kind of bad, and then everything below that is kind of bad, and then everything at Great Princess and down is just utter garbage. And it's important to realize you need to humble yourself a lot. So even though I can't watch them, I try to, so I can see, all right, not good. But yeah, so I'm at a stage where I'm pretty sure I might be plateauing a tiny bit, but we're gonna see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens. You're always gonna get better, and you're always gonna look at your previous things, and it's gonna be shit.
It's going to be garbage poo-poo.
It's going to be poo-poo bad.
I only think my only good animation is KDA, but even that has problems.
And it's good that you can see those problems. It really is.
Yeah, it shows that you're improving.
Exactly.
Yeah, your standards are getting better and better, but then it takes longer and longer to produce anything.
Yes, that's the biggest problem. I find oh yeah, I can shit out a 4-minute video. Easy source. Oh, this is so easy. Animation is so easy. Nowadays, 2 minutes. Oh.
Yeah, 2 minutes is like a death sentence. It's oh god, here we go.
That's a decade of work right there.
Yeah, all that
How many beards can I grow in this time frame?
How many beards can how many times can I shave off my long hair for that one? Jesus.
You just go through, and it's you learn all I know how to fix clipping now. That's good. And then you just have characters with clothes on. And it's well, here we go. This is how we do it.
Yep.
This is how my life ends. Oh god.
This is how it ends.
This will never be completed, and I will die before this comes out.
Yep. Cry.
Sobs in the corner.
Yeah. Sobs in the corner. Not good. Not good. Anyway, yeah, so that is that at the moment. But yeah.
That's why it's good to, not care when you're learning. It's because you're just learning, so you don't have to care about all those mistakes. And when you're practicing as well, it's even better.
Yes, so that's the important thing to remember. And the other thing as well to keep in mind is that you're not animating to get famous. You're not making videos to get famous. You're making videos because you have stories to tell. Shush.
Oh, okay.
But you should keep in mind that it's very likely that you're not going to get a big following when it comes to making these sorts of animations. But that's not the reason why. At least this is what I tell myself, so don't cry. Maybe I'll start believing it. But you shouldn't aim for getting a large audience. You should aim for having your stories be told. And that's the important stuff, because the only person that knows your stories is you, and the only person that can really tell it properly is you. So you can build those skills to be able to make the ability to make those stories, no matter what avenue you decide to go down, whether it be 2D animation, whether it be story writing, whether it's everyone has a story to tell, and the only person that can tell them is you. And so, yeah, that's the big important part. You can of course have people help you try and tell the story, but yeah, you're the only one that can really appreciate the stories that you're going to tell. So there you go. And yeah, it's you should make these animations as a means of getting to the point of telling your stories, and not just because you want to get famous.
I mean, if you want to get famous, this is how you do it. You just have like big MLP boobies in like your thumbnail, or like them showing their butt to camera, and there you go. You get views. It's so easy.
That's how you get
But if
famous.
you want, yeah, but then again, all your comments are just going to be like, "Wow, she's so sexy! Oh my god!"
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, "Wow."
Mm-hmm.
My
This is
Discord
what I want.
sound stopped working, and I come back to this.
Yep.
Yep. I just told the secret on how to get
The
famous.
secret on how to get famous doing SFM is just to put big old ass and titties on screen, and that's fine.
Yep,
But you have
big
to make
old
sure-
bahungas.
Good old,
But you have to keep
good old pony part.
Yep, that's the one. But you have to keep it softcore enough so it doesn't get kicked off of YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fine art.
It's a fine line you gotta cross there. But that's the easiest way to get lots of viewing. But the only issue with that is that once you've done that, you have no more dignity.
Yeah, and no one respects you in
have
the
no-
community, which is a pretty big thing, actually.
Yes, it's a.
I mean, it's a
massive
good thing I didn't have any dignity to begin with, but like,
No respect. No, I'm kidding.
No
But
respect.
once you've done that, you've essentially sold your soul to the view machine, and it's really difficult to get that back. It's almost impossible, I would say, to get that back. So you have to resist the temptation of doing that, and yeah. Once, as Red Ace has said, once you've done that, you've lost the respect of your fellow animators.
Yeah.
It cost you everything.
I have won, but at what cost?
I couldn't remember the exact quote. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost? Everything.
Pony boobs.
Pony boobs.
Boo boo hoops.
Pretty much.
So
This really did just turn into a podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with doing podcasts.
Yeah, it's fun.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah. What's with the dots and dash? Why are you typing SOS in Morse code? And also, why don't you have? Well, actually, that's a single character that has no meaning, because you need to have the spaces. New pony ASS. You have the spaces in Morse code in order for it to actually be Morse code. Otherwise, you've just made a giant letter that means nothing.
I think those were him being sad when we were talking about existential crisis and
Maybe. Just a triple person laying upside down? Question mark. Anyway. So I'm not quite sure. My brain is turning off when it comes to this, so I'm not quite sure what I need to do next. But I'll probably find out, which is the important part. I feel like I'm just gonna have this animation here, the slidey slides, as a like a template to remind myself at what point in time does this character need to be somewhere. What position does this character need to be at this point in time? That's what I'm gonna have this slidey slide motion be. And
A layout.
Yeah, a layout. That's the one. The words that I need.
That's the coffee.
That's the coffee.
The coffee telling you.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a big thing. I was gonna say something else. I was gonna say something else philosophical about learning animation. And I forgot, so that's fine.
pony boobs distracted you.
Yeah, maybe.
Those pony boobs.
Those pony boobs. We need them pony boobs.
They rot the mind. They corrupt young
Mm-hmm.
souls.
I started out with doing rotations. Personally, not recommended. I started out by saying that rigs are for sissies, but now I realize wait, rigs are actually incredibly important. So now I use rigs whenever I can because that's just the best part. The only thing that I'll stick by rigs for sissies for is when I want to do big, wide, swingy, flowy motions. I'm not sure how to describe it. But when it comes to like doing things like I want to say dancing, I would do rotations for it. Because it's kind of hard to map the exact position of where your hand is when you're doing dances and whatnot. Because that's what rig's doing. You map the actual position of the hand and then it calculates the rotation of the arms and legs that it needs.
Do you mean like for human models or do you mean for pony models?
Ponies as well.
I'd probably say, because I did the dancing in IK. And it was way easier.
Yeah, well,
easier.
I mean, this is just a personal thing for me. What I would say. I haven't actually done any dancing things yet, so I'll see how much I have to eat my own shoe.
God bless you, my son. Oh
yes,
my God.
Yes. I'm such a sweet, innocent young child.
I bless
Don't
you.
know the horrors of war.
Yeah. Actually, I could probably show you the FK. I wonder if I still have it in my unlisted, but it's really bad. Really, really bad.
Oh no.
But the thing is, the pony rigs are pretty bad, so...
They can
Prepare thine eye.
Yeah, they don't do what they should be doing.
Yeah.
They be poo-poo.
I need to add that extra movement upwards in the rig body. So pelvis here, open it up.
Don't have the dancing, the full dancing. God damn it. Sad day.
We will be saved. We have been saved, actually.
The world isn't ending, it's okay.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and delete this original. And not allow that one to be there. That's fine. Thing approach it.
Here's a question for you, Quillo. When it comes to your workflow, do you just go straight into splining, or do you just block out everything first? Or it does depend for you? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I probably should actually do a lot of blocked motion, but I don't. I find it's a lot easier for me to know what my character is doing next if I know what she's currently doing. So I go straight to splining, which is terrible. It's an absolutely terrible workflow to have because it's impossible to collaborate with it. You cannot collaborate with that type of workflow. It's much better to learn how to block things because then you can actually work with other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I go straight to doing the motions that I need, but I don't recommend it at all.
Yeah, because that's what I find. Because I know Shelby, he just goes straight into spline as well, and you get told. I mean, I do blocking, but some things are like I just go into spline. Like if it's like a robot flying, and it's just like, because of the student film, I got like a little robot. I honestly just do that and just spline because it's just so easy. But if it's like a,
I mean, you're not gonna do blocked motions for physical objects.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to.
Yeah. So it's just like, but like when you have like a human, maybe she's like, I don't know, running into like a chair and like going over the chair and then jumping back into it. I'd probably do blocking for that.
Yeah. It's important to make sure that you block like big important motions that the audience is going to see, and like the importance is stressed on the importance of that motion.
Quote unquote.
Do you make your own walk cycles, or do you just use the Gehiz's? Well, I think it's Gehiz. I don't remember.
This walk cycle that Vinyl has is Genma's one.
100%.
Genma's walk cycles are the only ones I use. But when it comes to Ruby's walk cycle here, I've made that one myself. That's
rest in
one.
peace.
Yeah.
So is Ruby custom character?
No, she's not. You're the second person to ask that. Ruby is not canonically certain, but the I don't know, the fandom is not quite sure if Ruby is Berry's little sister or if Ruby is Berry's daughter. But she was seen with Berry Punch in the Sisterhood Social, and she has been seen with Berry Punch multiple times as a little filly. So
Is she an alcoholic as well?
no, that's the thing.
Oh, so she's the sober one of the pair.
She's the
Okay,
sober
that
one of the
makes
pair.
sense.
And currently in the story of this song, Berry Punch is going through liver failure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, and Ruby has to somehow raise funds to pay for the medical bills.
Oh my god. Quillo, you do realize this is a kid's show.
Kids show, yeah.
Oh my god.
This is the DC cinematic universe.
Oh my god, fucking Zack Snyder, like, remake, Jesus.
Overtly dark.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Incredibly dark. Just for this song, though. I don't want to make a lot more, like, lively songs, but, you know, ain't no rest for the wicked, am I right?
No more fun songs. Only dark songs.
Only dark songs for me.
Only death.
No fun.
Quillo's
Only dark.
edgy teen phase has started.
Edgy teen animation phase, yeah.
Why aren't they wearing like black lipstick and like have like black chokers and black t-shirts with skulls on them?
Because it has to be PG.
It has to be Pete. This is
It's gonna
family
be
friendly.
YouTube friendly.
This is family friendly, Red Ace. She may be resorting to prostitution to save her her dying mother, but this is PG.
There is a
Kids
line.
into the sea.
This is kid friendly. This is monetizable.
This is monetizable YouTube. Actually, it's not monetizable because the song is copyrighted. But
That was actually a question that we got in the panel that me, Nix, Connects, and Ivory did was, how do you choose your music?
Mhm.
So how do you choose your music? Is it for you where it's like me, where you just make whatever you want to make and you just don't care?
Well, I choose my music by
Or is it story related for you?
the way that I choose my music is I listen to a song and I try to animate to it in my brain. And if I find that I can animate to it, I start making a story up from it. And then that's how I go through the process of seeing, okay, I want to make an animation do this because I have a story in my head. I've got a lot of songs that actually feature that in my head. And that's how I guess I choose my songs. I don't really, the songs find me sort of situation. It's like I don't choose the songs choose me sort of thing like that. I've got a list actually, and I can play a couple of the songs that I'm thinking of because right now I'm just kind of like wanting to end the stream at the moment, so this is probably the last bits of the stream. But let's go ahead and find the songs that I'm looking at. So if I just go ahead and open up this the document that I have saved for, okay, good. Worried that my hard drive was shutting down, which is not a good sign. Alright, so these ones here, yes. So, there is this song called Landslide by Oh Wonder. Landslide, Oh Wonder. And that song sounds like this.
It's not.
That's Grammarly. Go away, Grammarly. I don't need you.
Grammarly. Actually, funny enough, when I was looking for voice actresses for my thing, one of them did a Grammarly ad.
That's awesome.
In the demo reel, and they did an American accent as well. It was so funny.
That's so good.
That's the reason why she got picked as well. It's because she did that.
That reminds me of this one interview with Tom Holland for the Spider-Man stuff, and it was actually the Watch Mojo person. And Tom Holland was the one who was freaking out, going like, "Oh my God, you're the do the thing, do the," and the lady was like, "Okay, welcome to WatchMojo.com," and then Holland and the three like freaked out, going like, "Oh my God, I love you!
It's really her.
It's really you." Yeah, I thought that was like really awesome. Because it's like they aren't the celebrities anymore; it's her, the Watch Mojo voice.
They know the meme, and so they're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
My childhood's coming true.
Anyway, so I'm gonna play a little segment. I'm pretty sure I can play 6 seconds before it gets. I'm gonna play 5 seconds, and this is one of the songs.
Wait, why are you worrying about it being copyright claimed?
I don't fucking know. I just wanted because I don't want to give more people money.
Yeah, no, but you already have the song. You've already been playing the song, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually.
Oh, you have it on mute.
I've just been scrubbing it through. I don't have it on mute, but I've been scrubbing it through, and also it's really low. Yeah, I want to try and keep the amount of ads that are on my videos to a minimum. But yeah, so that was one of the songs. It's called Landslide by Oh Wonder, and it's going to be a story between Vinyl and Neon. And the song is about
neon lights.
Yes,
right?
Neon lights, correct.
Okay.
The song is it's really hard for me to say this is what the song is about, but to me, what the story this song tells me is a couple who had fallen out of love and has gotten back together again. That's like the biggest thing. And the story that I'm trying to tell is that so the song at the beginning of the song, Vinyl has just gone into popularity, and Neon Lights has been in the game for a long time. So Vinyl's just become really popular from her music sets, and at the beginning of the song, the way the two mate is that Vinyl's getting absolutely swarmed by all of these people, and she's kind of like suffocating from, well, not actually suffocating, but
like fans, yeah, being
she's getting
overwhelmed, yeah.
Incredibly overwhelmed by the amount of fans there, and Neon actually saves her, because this as the song lyrics say, the lyrics say, when you're caught in a landslide, I'll be there for you. And I'm just like the ponies are the landslide of fans, and then Neon saves Vinyl from the quote-unquote landslide. And that's how they meet, and then the rest of the story builds up what their relationship is like. But the big problem is that the big friction issue between them in this relationship is that Vinyl has anger issues and Neon is depressed. That's the big thing. So Neon has depression, or at least I'm not sure if I should really focus around that sort of like the dark sort of topic, but like that's like the thing that I'm trying to get. He really finds that if he gets like one of the big things is that he's read a review of one of his songs, that the person just essentially shat on it. And then Neon is like, oh, that's that sort of depressing phase, and it was Vinyl that was there for him which is part of the lyrics as well, while he's going through that sort of thing, and that's what sort of built on their relationships. And it gets to a point when Vinyl gets into a fight at like a bar and gets arrested, and Neon has another bout of that sadness, which Vinyl wasn't there to take him out of, because she was arrested in jail. And of course, the subset as well is that Neon wasn't there for Vinyl when she was in jail, but like that's like it's sort of like her fault, but sort of thing. And then it gets to a front where they have the big fight, and then they separate. And that's I guess I want to say like the downfall of the song. But the big thing that I want to make with this animation is I really want to play with the layout of the screen itself. And on the left side is going to be Neon's story, and on the right side is going to be Vinyl's story, and in the middle is going to be a big split. But only during the times in which they are together will the screen actually be complete. And the big way that this music video is going to develop is that at the beginning you see them waking up and getting ready. And they're in their separate sort of things. Neon is in like a rundown apartment type situation, and Vinyl's in like I guess like I would say like a high-rise sort of apartment sort of situation. And they're separately getting ready, and they're listening to the song so it's diegetically listening to the song. And yeah, and when the story is focusing on building their relationship, so it's going to build the backstory, that's when it like does like a flashback sort of thing, and you can see their story happening in full screen, and sort of thing. But when it goes back to the present, that's when it's split up between the left and the right side.
Okay.
And as the song goes, you see Vinyl get ready, brush her teeth, and when it cuts back, Vinyl has exited her building, and Neon has exited the elevator that he's in, and they go outside, and then Neon gets on the bus and Vinyl gets in the taxi. And then the next part of the song happens, and they do this freaky deaky thing, and then it goes into the next part of the backstory. But the thing is that they're both trying to get to the park, they're getting to the park because they just want to go for a walk. They feel like they want to go for a walk, and it's the last bit where it's like this. Hang on, I just gotta see if I can. So you can see how it's like it's sort of like building to a crescendo type thing. That's when you can see the camera. They're both in the same park. You start realizing, but of course they're at different points. And then when the camera starts like you imagine like this. So the screen is this is vinyl and this is neon, or this is neon, this is vinyl, whatever on. You can see the camera sort of pull off of them. And then it's sort of, so the camera's facing this way. It pulls off, and it shows that they're actually in the same shot. And then the center part sort of like closes up, and you can see the cameras become one, and you can see them both in the same time. And then like the top left and bottom right shows a close up of their mouth, and they say the last line, which is "I'll be there for you," you know. And then that's that last moment when they finally realize that, you know, through this whole time. You know, they didn't have to be like their relationship didn't have to be what it is right now, which is being all alone and sad.
Yeah.
I mean, do you write these things down, or does it come to you naturally?
It just comes to me naturally. I do like write it down as I'm thinking of it. But it's kind of like it's engraved into my brain, so I cannot forget it. And every time I listen to that song, like every time I listen to the song,
that's what you think.
The storyboard repeats. Like it just naturally comes to the story that I've created. Naturally comes to an front. And
yeah, so like every time you listen to the song, you just hear like what you've thought about that song.
Exactly, precisely it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right. The other song that I wanted to do was Rusted Roots, Send Me On My Way.
Rusted Roots, Send Me On My Way.
Yeah, so that's the song that's in Ice Age, I think. Yeah, it's Ice Age.
Oh my.
I'm on my way. I would like to reach out my hand. Yeah, that one.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god, the Goomba berries.
Goomba berries. And I want to do that for Spike's quest. So Spike's quest where he goes on his own, and I want to do that one, and I want to have scenes in the background where Rarity and Twilight are like falling into like rivers and things like that as well. It's gonna be fun. And like I also want Spike to like meet other people on his journey that add to the music. So I want him to meet Griffin on the way, like a kid Griffin, like maybe Abby, maybe something like that. And she starts playing the pan flute as you can hear in the song. And then when he starts hearing like the crowd, you can hear that, you know, everyone that he meets along the way is added to the chorus of the song. And like yeah, I just want to do that sort of thing for Spike's quest. And of course, fun. Yeah, in the background, Rarity and Twilight are trying to stay sneaky, but they keep falling into things, and I just want to have a bit of fun with that song. So that's Send Me On My Way. The next song that I want to do is another sad one. This is a kids show one. It's a song by this one artist that I really, really love called Tristam. I'm not sure if you know about Tristam.
Chris Pam?
Yeah. Tristam. It's like Tristan, but with an M instead of an N.
Okay.
Yeah, Tristam. And the song is called Frame of Mind, and it sounds a little bit like this. Let me just find a clip, I guess, here. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's not a good clip. Here we go. Right here in my frame of mind, till somehow find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms. So that's the sort of the song it says, and the lyrics go for the first verse. The lyrics go, "For now you can stay, right here in my arms." Hang on, let me just see if I can find the lyrics real quick. I can't remember. Okay. For now you can stay, right here we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. The song, of course, is called Frame of Mind, and that's the motif that's through it, frame of mind. Mm-hmm. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. And that's like the first verse, and the story surrounding it is at this first part, you see a hospital corridor with a room, and Shining Armor as a kid is like pacing around the outside of the room, and then that's during the beginning part of the song, and then when the so the beginning part of the song sounds like this. So it's really like sort of our sort of thing, and it's at this point where it gets into the the bridge of the song again. So it's that point where the door opens and then Shining is now allowed into the room where Twilight has been born. So this is a story about the relationship between Shining and Twilight, and that's what I really want to hammer through. As I explain the story, you'll realize how much it's like this is a kids show for kids.
Yeah.
So as the story progresses, the camera is focusing on Twilight and her life. The chorus goes, you can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Withstand, you can always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame of mind. And then during the bridges stage, you can see like a time lapse of Twilight's life. But the first one is the first time that Twilight sees Celestia raise the sun, which was an important moment in Twilight's life, at least in the Cutie Mark Crusade. Was it Cutie Mark Crusade or?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, the one where you can where Cutie Mark Crusade is or Apple Bloom is trying to get the stories out of the main six. Anyway. So it's the first time she sees the sun, and that's her shattered frame of mind. Like, she realized that this opulence can be achieved, and some this pony of this power can be, and she wants to be like that. And that's when the next time lapse is her studying and researching and studying and trying magic and all that sort of stuff. And then blah blah blah. The next verse says, "When they say you will fall, you can reach nothing at all. Hide your tracks beneath the line on a different frame of mind." And that's when she's come out of magic kindergarten, and the kids are teasing her and mocking her for being the know-it-all. And it's Shining that's saying,
the nerd.
Yeah, the nerd. Yeah, it's Shining that's saying the lines, "When you say that you will fall, you can reach nothing at all." And then he's saying that, is that more of the lyrics? Is that what you've heard? Broken words in the dirt, yelling out into the sun. Here we come, here we come. And he's trying to motivate Twilight. That's what he's trying to do. That's Shining is motivating Twilight, all that sort of thing. Next time lapse goes, blah blah blah, time lapse of life and everything. And during this time lapse, Twilight meets her friends, becomes an alicorn, and it's at her coronation, where the next verse comes, and it's the where is it? The song does the chorus a couple times, and it's at this point where, and when daylight comes through, when the days are new, then it will be time for a new frame of mind. When all eyes are on you, you will know what to do, since you would have found your new frame of mind. And it's at that point where she's standing on the, I want to call it the veranda. But
it's like that balcony thing or whatever.
That's the word I was looking for. The balcony as a princess, a fully realized princess, and it's at that point when the song sort of cuts from actually being a flashback to being reality, and what we can see is Twilight as an much older alicorn, like Celestia type sized, and we see Shining Armor in a hospital bed.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Saying the last things.
You're gonna go there.
Yeah, saying the last verse, which is, "When you lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and we will play." And the very last shot is a zoom out on a picture of Shining Armor at his funeral, and it turns around and there's Twilight walking away with cadence.
Yeah, this is a kids show. Jesus.
It's a kids show, guys. And that's I really want to reach deep into my audience hearts and just rip them out.
You already did, man.
Yeah. And so that's my plan for that song. and I really want to tell that story because that's a big thing that Twilight has to like I guess come to terms with. She's going to outlive everyone. But like it also has to be framed from a mindset of it not being necessarily a bad thing. Like that's not something that would be something that could be something that could destroy someone, but you have to be strong enough to be able to say like the memory of Shining will be forever with me, which is why I'll be here throughout your days is the most important line here, and then come find me and we will play is like kind of like nailing the point home. So that's that song. And that's the story that gets told whenever I listen to that song, and it's brilliant. The next one.
You have a lot of songs, my man.
I have a lot of songs. Just in this list alone, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't know what to do with this song, so that's fine. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really want to do that one. Oh, maybe. Okay, 5, 6. That's not a song. So I've got 6 songs in this list, and there's an additional 7. No, there's a couple additional songs which I have to look at in order for me to know what the music video I want to make for them are. But yeah, so that's just a rundown of like the type of music videos that I want to make in the future. And yeah, I don't actually storyboard any of these. I storyboard them in my mind. And it's through. I am a terrible person to work with when it comes to animation because I don't
movie magic.
Yeah, I don't do anything that comes to actually collaboration, which is funny. Since I call everyone "G'day collaborators," but I'm not actually a good collaborator.
No, I mean, look, you did that one thing with me.
Yeah.
You did that one thing with me.
That one thing.
That one thing.
Yeah. Which was that?
You got a hell of a noggin on your shoulders, Quillo.
Yeah, a hell of a noggin. Whew. Who does? Oh, I guess it's a join and leave. Hi, Cadet. How's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
Good
Me, I'm
afternoon.
alone.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a bunch of Australians in here.
There's a couple
no.
Aussies in here.
Oh no, mate.
no.
What's going on there?
What's going on?
I'm not Australian. What are you talking about? I'm not Australian.
What are you talking about?
so
I'm from New York. What do you mean?
What did you call me?
Everybody does the R wrong.
I actually come from California. I hope you know that. Burgers. French fries.
Flip flops.
Burger.
Sausage rolls.
It's burritos in Cali. I don't know what you're talking about.
Burritos?
Yes.
Lame.
Yeah. Burgers and pizzas are more
Sortino.
in New York.
How did you know?
I like tortillas.
Everybody's talking
Tortillas.
about Tortinos.
Tortillas.
Pizza rolls. They're not burritos.
All right. Shush.
So what's all this then?
So I was just I think someone had asked the question, do I storyboard my
Oh no.
yeah, do I storyboard these things? And I say, well, I sort of don't. Or
You
do I write
definitely
down
don't.
my animation ideas? And I don't. I just listen to a song and the story comes to me, sort of situation. That's my.
At least Cadet knows.
Cadet very much knows.
She can answer the question for you.
I'll answer it in 5 seconds, where he'll take half an hour.
Well, it has
Just
kind of been half an hour.
I knew it.
Process.
I was explaining my process.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not allowed. No.
Incorrect, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bollocks. Anyway, so that's what happens with my animation process, and yeah, that's just a taste of what songs I want to do in the future, and yeah, that's pretty much it, mate.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I think that should be the end of my stream today. So you joined in at the right time, Cadet.
Perfect timing, it's always,
Perfect
man.
timing.
Joined in at the goodbye.
The goodbye, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Right. So, a little summary of what I've managed to do in this stream here. The foremost change is that I've changed Berry Punch to Ruby Pinch. And yeah, so her character's fully been replaced, which is good news. And then the other thing is that I've made them blink during this scene here. I've made Vinyl blink, which is important to do, because blinking is important.
Is it?
Yeah. And I've mapped out the basic camera motion and basic motions that I want Ruby Pinch to achieve when it comes to the positioning of things. And a lot of storytelling. There was a lot of storytelling in this stream.
We turned it into a podcast.
Yeah,
podcast.
This will soon be on Spotify if anyone's wondering.
Catch me on my Spotify link where you can also find my mixtape. It's pretty fire. Someone else joined.
What are we gonna call it?
Pretty fire.
It's pretty fire. And yeah,
mate.
so that's pretty much the summary of the stream that I've done. And Twilight is still reading her book, which I'm really happy that I did that animation.
It's a big book.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad.
Many pages.
Yeah. How many
She's up to
pages
chapter
is this book?
4.
Technically, infinite.
She's nearly past the prologue. She'll get there eventually.
She's reading Project Horizon.
This is only volume 1. There's more volumes after this.
Actually, what you can't see,
She's reading Project Horizon.
There's actually like, if I just like zoom in on this. Oopsie daisies. That's Cadet. Oh, you bastard. Hang on.
What?
There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna add another media source.
What did I do?
Add existing stream loop. Okay, so you can sort of see that like you can't exactly see this, and the blue section is a little bit of misknowing sort of thing. But the blue section on the left side of the book, from what we can see, is not actually what it is, because she's actually dug a massive hole that the rest of the book is actually sitting in. And
God damn it!
Actually, Project Horizons is what she's reading. So the book is actually like almost twice the size of her.
Turns out she's just reading a color book and she's not actually using it to color in.
She's studying the lines.
Oh no.
Read between the lines.
Anyway, I'm just gonna remove that. Yes. Okay. Good news. All right. Cool. So yeah, that's the end of my live stream. I'm gonna probably take a nap now.
Holy cow, I just literally caught it.
Yeah, you caught the tail end of my live stream.
Wait, you're gonna take a nap?
Huh?
And I am done.
He's just lazy.
Yeah, I'm just lazy.
I feel that, man. No worries.
Sleepy boy.
You're getting old, Quillo. No.
I know.
Yeah, young gun forever.
Listen here, young man. I've been up for at least 5 hours now, which means I need a nap.
Tar boy.
Shut up, Billy.
Shut up, Billy.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. You swore. Shut up, Billy.
Shut up, Billy.
Anyway.
You know that guy actually went to Griffith University?
Yeah, he did. And he's also Australian. What?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that was the best time when you found that out.
Yeah,
we were in the call when you found that out.
He's the guy,
like,
James Lee.
James bloody Lee. Yeah, he was
Absolute
actually
legend, man.
James Lee was actually the person, and Tarboy was the animation that got me interested in animation in the first place. I didn't know at that time whether I was going to 3D or 2D. I didn't even know anything about that. I'm not even sure if Source Filmmaker was released at that point in time.
No, it wasn't.
And yeah, no, like, that was the animation that made me say, hey, I want to get into animation. And yeah, so I thank James Lee for having made Tarboy. So yeah, there it is. And if you don't know what Tarboy is, I'm going to link that in my YouTube chat and probably put it in
That started more threatening than I anticipated.
If you don't know what Tarboy
I will murder your family.
I'm going to link you.
Exactly. I was like,
I actually don't know what Tarboy is, so I appreciate it.
Okay,
End this man's whole
I'm a
career.
millennial, I don't know anything.
So I'm gonna put it in. I can't really put it in. I did this because I didn't do this. But I put it in pictures and vids. Put it in pictures and vids. There it is. Tarboy, an epic animated short film, 2D Flash animation. And I'm also going to put it in the YouTube chat here, so everyone there will be able to see it. And watch this video because it is absolutely amazing. The music, the sound design, the visual design is just phenomenal. And that's not even his latest animation. So this is back in, let's see, this video was posted 10 years ago, but the actual animation was made in 2007.
In Flash as well.
Yeah, in Flash. And it was released in 2009. So there you
Flash.
Yeah, fun
Flash
fact,
animation.
My Little Pony was made in Flash.
Yes, My Little Pony was also made in Flash. And that's that part, that honors study at Griffith Film School, and brilliant. You are I guess walking in, you're studying at a legacy, Red Ace, I would say. Like,
No, it's not really a legacy.
no, it's Griffith.
For 3D specifically, it's definitely not a legacy.
That's
Oh
true.
my
Okay,
God.
I can say that.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah. So watch Tarboy. It's amazing. And shut up, Billy.
Shut up, Billy.
I wonder how many comments. Yeah, here it is. The first comment is a reference to the "Shut up, Billy." Brilliant.
Look, Billy just needs to shut up, okay?
It all
Yeah,
started at
Billy,
the water cooler.
Billy, if you're watching this, you better be not talking. Swear to God.
Shut up, Billy. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of my stream. I've been trying to end it for the past 10 minutes. But I'm gonna do this, so there you go. Thanks for joining in, everyone, in the chat and in the voice call. I'll just go down from the top of the list to allow you guys to say goodbye. So at the very top, and the most wonderful person in existence, we've got Cadet Redshirt.
No. Okay, bye.
I'll do everything in my power to make you blush.
No.
Sorry.
No.
And then
It already happened, so you succeeded, you heck.
Yeah. And I succeeded. And then in second place, we've got Ducko, this weird Australian boy who's, for some reason, is streaming at the moment. He's trying to end it. I don't know why it's taking him this long. But bye. And below him, we have Hisimpical.
Correct.
That's his name.
And bye.
Yep, and bye. And then below that, we've got Mama Ponk, the man, the myth, the legend.
I apologize for my being here. Thank you for having. I'm very tired.
We're sorry.
Thank you, and we're sorry.
Thank you, and we're sorry. And then below Mama Punk, we have Rex Demon, who's, I think this is is this your second stream or first stream that you've joined in?
Second.
Second stream, yes. So that's Rex Demon joining in. And earlier as well, we had a Nadia the Wolf, aka Luna, aka Tux, with 2 X's, joining us beforehand. Which Rex Demon reminded me of. And at the very bottom, the low tier sub trash is Red Ace of Spades.
Sausage roll.
Sausage roll.
Love you, Red Ace.
Love you too.
Red Ace is awesome. You should check out his KDA animation if you haven't already.
Yeah, for real. It's great.
Yeah.
It's the sausage fatten up your feet.
Red Ace is like the beautiful amalgamation of an animator and a modeler. So He's like everything you need.
I was gonna say the rare breed.
The rare breed.
I'm
I'm 100% not a modeler, so
rarity.
I respect him deeply.
I put your animation in my music playlist instead of the actual song, so you get more views than the song does.
Oh,
I see.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Watch it get more views than the original.
Oh god.
Single-handedly by me because I listen to music too much.
Yeah, you watch it a million times.
Wait.
It was planned.
Anyway, yeah. So thanks for joining the this podcast.
Cast.
Yeah.
Gonna
and-
actually, we really out here now?
No, why not? Why not?
Okay.
What are we gonna name it?
You're listening to Conversations with Quillo. That's not that. Conversations with Richard Feidler is another podcast that I reckon you should check out because he talks to very interesting people. But yeah, so that is that. Bye everyone. Thanks so much for joining, and I will see you next week, hopefully, with another majig. So yeah. Majig. That is what I'm calling it.
Bye.
Bye.
And
I don't miss it.
Alright, so now I'm actually going to press the end stream button. Not like what
I
I
love that.
did
Dun,
at the
dun, dun.
beginning
I
of the
love that
stream.
button.